Welcome back to the Football Dugout. I'm joined with Neeks, Gav, Devo. How you doing, guys?
Good, man.
What's happening, people?
Sorry, just in the middle of eating a grape. It kind of got me, caught me off guard there, even with the countdown.
Even with the countdown and the intro.
Even with the countdown, it was there, but you know what I mean?
I'm not ready. No,
I can just get one more grape in before it goes. Yeah.
Question: What do you not prefer, green, red, or black grapes?
Oh, that's a good question. You know,
Green all day. I think I know it's basic, but sometimes the basic one is the standard.
Green sour.
No.
It has to be.
It's
Has to be
black
red.
and red. It's
Red, man. It's red.
Red.
It's
Again,
red.
I've got both hair.
I do like black grapes though,
I'm not
It's
really
red and black.
because I think you don't get black grapes as much.
You don't.
So I like that. When you have a black grape, it's like something special,
Mm-hmm.
like everyday grape. You know what I mean?
It's like
I know the best is black of the berry, sweet of the juice, but the redder the grape, the better. I know that.
How was everyone's weekend? So what did you all get?
I was going to ask how everyone's weekend was myself. You know what I mean? Like how was yours, Neeks and Jay? Was it good?
It was a madness. It was a madness. Yeah, man. We obviously football terrace link up. That was on Saturday. We went to where'd you go? It was Stratford first.
Stratford,
Westfield. I missed the karaoke park. I was actually Community Shield. I came in at 2.
Yeah.
Had a few drinks with the guys. I went to Community Shield. And on my way back, I'm seeing the videos, which are not going to be released publicly.
Trust. Listen, karaoke was mad. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I love karaoke, man.
And I'm glad because I was actually the one. I was DJing. Most of the songs were from my playlist, but then, yeah. So,
but then you started twerking.
Did you see?
What do you say?
Then you started twerking.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Because normally the DJ at karaoke will always get a song, like start the song off, innit, and then get everyone else up on the stage in that. So, like, what was your opening?
So no one wanted to sing at first. No one wanted to sing at first, and then I think it was KJ. Was it KJ and can't remember who else? They picked the first song, and then obviously everyone started singing. And I went up there and I was like, let's get some of the songs going, and they started putting in some Dre. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's get it on, and put in the usual bangers, Wild Thoughts, some Beyonce, all the girls going, and then had to drop the WAP. Oh my days, drop the WAP. It was a madness.
Javern had a plan. He had planned that out.
You knew exactly what's going on.
WAP dropped, and then all them rapping every single lyric. I was like, well, okay. And then I think after that,
Terry rapping.
Terry was gone.
Please tell me Terry come up. Please tell me
Terry was gone. It was amazing.
When I left at about 3:30 to go to the Community Shield, and Terry was like, he was fully corpus mentis. When I came back, he didn't even know his name. No.
That's exactly the type of party I'm down for. Wait, talk about parties. Devo, you were raving this weekend, right?
Yeah, I was at a festival Saturday, and I'm still suffering now. I'm not cut out for that life anymore, boy. 2 years on the sidelines. I am not.
Is that why you weren't at the weekend with the football terrace?
No, I was supposed to go to another festival this day after, like yesterday. So I was supposed to do Saturday and Sunday, but Sunday I was just on the sofa feeling sorry for myself all day.
You got to get back on the horse. Because like today, I felt to actually go for a little run today because I played in the charity football match yesterday, right? And it's hilarious because in Northampton, there's quite a lot of Sunday league teams. There's like 7 divisions. And we played against, there was a team that were in like the 7th division, about mid-table. And the opposition, including me, were a team of referees. And like, we can't ball because we're referees, isn't it? Like, referees don't play football, right? And it finished 5-5, and we lost 4-2 on penalties, right? And they celebrated it like they just won the FA Cup or the Champions League. It was hilarious. It's like, mate, I haven't played. I think I've played 4 matches in the last 10 years. The guy who's playing centre midfield is 59 years old. Like, how are you? And that's not an exaggeration. He genuinely is 59 years old. He's a massive Millwall fan. Mark Wardell, big up yourself, by the way, Mark. And yeah, but I took a penalty and I slotted mine home because that's what I do in it. So.
I bet there's some crunching tackles, man. I'd have been leaving it. I've been leaving some in. All team of referees, proper crunches, bro.
Weren't nice.
Just to end off the weekend as well was so funny because when we came into the second restaurant, everyone ordered their food and whatever they ordered, and everyone was just there chilling. And the next 2-2s, the people don't come up saying, "Oh, guys, we're closing the tab on for these 2 tables." I was like, wait, I've never ever heard that anyone do that. So they only done it because I think they realized that everyone was drunk. And they probably wouldn't get their money, so they said, "No, that's it. We're closing the thing. We're closing the thing. No more orders."
I think you've had enough.
So,
wait, before you go, Duane, who paid for that extra cheeseburger and chips?
I don't know because I had left. Because
criminals.
I don't know because
I don't know. I'm just asking.
No, because all I know what happened was there was an extra burger, that no one ordered. And they were, I don't know if they tried to get people to pay for it, but there was a burger that no one ordered and it was there. I know the bill got paid. Most of the bill got paid, which was, I was actually surprised when the bill actually got cleared enough. And then, but by the time they had come back, I think they were coming back to check on the last bit, but I was already gone by then. I didn't order any food from there.
You ran out. You ran out without paying for your burger. I get it.
Yeah, we understand.
We know you. Tottenham.
I don't think you ordered from there.
It's cool. One sec. I need to take this call.
I ordered from the other place that we were at, and I came there because I ordered, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we're going to get food." I'm like, "Oh, I just ordered." So then, yeah. Anyway, let's get into the show. That was pretty much a good weekend. So I'm pretty sure another one will come. Don't know, but it was much needed. But make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Where is HH? Message him on Twitter and he will answer, maybe. But yeah, like and subscribe to the channel. Follow us all. Like the video once again, and let us get into this show. Transfers. It's been a crazy, wild weekend of transfers. Let's start with this Arsenal and Spurs rivalry again, as they both seem to battle it out for Martinez. Arsenal let a Martinez go already, so maybe they're trying to replace one now, replace him with another one now. What are you guys' thoughts? Do you think Inter are going to actually let Lukaku and Martinez go in one transfer window? And along with Hakimi, I think the fans are going to go crazy. But what do you guys think?
No choice. I don't think they got a choice. They're in big financial problems, isn't it? Their owners are the Chinese owners who had to fold their Chinese team, who were actually champions, had to fold the club because they ain't got no money. Inter are owned by the same people. So even though they won the league, they're broke. So if the Chinese need to sell the players, then they're going to sell the players. Doesn't matter who's coming in. But there's talk that Inter have already made an agreement with Edin Dzeko to come in. So that's Lukaku's replacement. If they can get another one of that mold, that kind of proven goal scorer in Serie A without having big boy wages and big boy reputation, they might sell Martinez as well. But there's also talks that Martinez is signing a new contract. And all of this is just kind of, what players used to do back in the day of Arsenal all the time. Link me to Arsenal so I could get a new contract. Man United have it a lot as well.
So you don't think he'll go to Spurs?
What is quite funny is when we were linked with Martinez, there was no word from his camp. It was all just let the rumours go. As soon as he's linked with Spurs, I don't want to go Premier League. The noises from Martinez camp changed. No, I don't want to do that. But it's like, nah. But there isn't smoke.
Wait, what did you say?
I'm saying when we were
Spurs
linked
got
with him
linked.
first.
Soon as Spurs got linked, he doesn't want to go to the Premier League.
Yeah, there was all these. Yeah, he doesn't want to go to the Premier League.
You don't want to go Spurs, basically. Is what they were saying.
Yeah, but there is no smoke without
So
fire.
funny that
So
Spurs
I
fans think that
imagine.
they will get him.
Well, Spurs fans are thinking they're going to get him and keep Kane, which
Which
very
is hilarious.
ambitious from Tottenham.
It's
And I
hilarious.
can't see that happening. I can't see. I'm
They
not saying
think
they ain't got the money to do
some of
it.
City's players like Bernardo would want to go there.
I think there's more chance of Bernardo Silva going to Spurs in a Harry Kane deal than Harry Kane staying at Spurs and them getting Martinez. I don't think that's going to happen. But to be honest, I if we did sign him, I think it would be a massive coup for us. And we desperately need another striker because Aubameyang isn't the same player he was. He's also being shifted out to the left. He's not the same guy. Lacazette should have been sold 2-3 years ago, in my opinion. And we desperately need a striker because Balogun's unproven. Martinelli's unproven at this stage. And Arteta obviously doesn't like him for some reason. We have Saka and Smith Rowe who look very good. Pepe on his day, which isn't enough for me, but on his day he looks very effective. And then it all falls apart because we're not putting away the chances that we create. So we need a proven goal scorer, someone who's going to come in, create their own chances and put away the chances that we're creating. So if we lose him to Spurs, I will be vexed.
Neeks, what's your takes on this?
Well, put it like this: if Spurs sell Kane, I think they'll definitely get Martinez because I don't think they can afford to sell Kane without getting Martinez. So that's probably a deal that they do before actually agreeing, like finalizing.
So you're saying he doesn't want to? What am I trying to say? But all this talks of him not wanting to go to the Premier League.
Yeah, listen, once a club accepts a bid, players' minds change because it's like, well, not that he's not wanted at Inter per se, like on the playing side, but Inter want to get rid of you, and no player really likes to stay where they're not wanted for whatever reason. So if Spurs come in for a bid and say 70 million and Inter accept it, when do you find a time when a player bid, a transfer gets accepted and the player doesn't leave? They might not leave to that specific club that bidded first and was accepted, but when do you get a position where the club accepts the deal and the player still stays at the club? It's very, very, very rare if that ever happens. So Inter need the money. I'm sure they would want to maybe sell other players without losing Lukaku and Martinez. I mean, they came out and said they didn't want to sell Lukaku. But when the right bid's on the table, 97.5 million sitting there, you need the money. You can't turn that down because the club is bigger than any one player, and the club needs to survive. So I think Martinez is available, and I think if Kane leaves Spurs, I think Spurs get him. But it's one or the other. It's Kane or Martinez. If Kane stays at Spurs, then I can see Arsenal. It's not even necessarily Spurs got a bigger pull. But I think the necessity for Spurs to get him, if Kane leaves, is bigger than Arsenal. Arsenal could do with him, but they've got Aubameyang, Lacazette, Balogun, and Martinelli. So unless they're selling Aubameyang or Lacazette, they're not going to put, for example, maybe as much wages or even bid as much as Spurs would because the necessity is just not the same.
The same.
Yeah, for real. I get that. I think the issue with Inter is it looks like the Lukaku deal's done, as Neeks said, 97 mil in the bank. But is that not? Is that
it though? I haven't heard nothing on it.
Oh yeah, he's had his medical today.
Yeah, basically done.
Yeah, it's basically a done deal. But the thing is, that money is that just going to get absorbed in club debt, or is that going to be available for transfer? So I don't think Inter. It's not in Inter's best interest to let go of anyone really, unless it is to reinvest because they've just won the league. They want to do something in the Champions League. They've not won the Champions League since 1963 or the European Cup or whatever you want to call it. So 1963 I think it was. So yeah, they lost in the final of 67 against Celtic. So like it's not looking good for them at all. Whether we go to Arsenal haven't even put a bid in. And that's what makes me laugh. Like, all these players that are always linked with Arsenal, it's like, well, we haven't actually done anything. We're just linked, And then I believe that Spurs have actually put a bid in. Does he want to come to England? I imagine so. Does he want to come to Arsenal or Tottenham? I don't think he does, because I honestly think he wants to play in a proper European competition this season. And I'm talking Champions League. I'm not talking Europa League or that namby-pamby competition that Tottenham are in.
Intertoto Cup.
Might as well be, isn't it? I think he wants to play. So, of course, Inter won it in 2010, didn't they? Yeah, that's my bad.
I thought you meant before then. Sorry.
No, yeah, but historically, Inter are like from the 90s when they were winning UEFA Cups and whatever. They had that strong pull knocking around then, and then since then, 2010, that team got completely depleted in 2011. They won a league title, and they have been loitering. One season they were knocking around like mid-table and that, innit? So if they don't reinvest right now,
they're going right back to it.
They're going back to doing what AC Milan have been doing over the last 3-4 years as well. Do you know what I mean? And they've only just got the upper hand over AC. So,
but this is the problem I think over there in Italy, because money is a big problem, because it's like you get these players, and because your team is like on the up, from where, how to explain it? Because Inter is basically on the up, because they've been down in the dumps for a little bit. You see all these bigger teams that will be like, you know what, I kind of want that player. I want that player, and it's very hard for them. Like, those players are gonna want to go, per se. So it's very hard. I think it's getting very hard. And the Premier League, not even just as we can see this season, or going forward, I think the money in the Premier League has actually helped the English teams so much, because if you look at it, who's making the signings? Real Madrid and Barcelona haven't done a thing.
Can't.
PSG, they haven't spent a penny apart from Hakimi. I know it's all free transfers, but
it's a lot of money. No, but you still have to spend a lot of money on
it's still the wages,
on fee and all that.
On the way, yeah, I hear that, but in general, like, you always hear, okay, 60 million here. Teams are buying. Like, I feel like the teams that are buying are the only teams that have money, which are PSG, City, Chelsea, Man
United. I'll say all the Premier League clubs, pretty much all the Premier League clubs have money. Obviously, different clubs can attract different levels of players, but you look at Villa, they bought Buendia, Leon Bailey,
the money came in,
and Danny Ings. They're trying to get Ward-Prowse from Southampton, and then they're spending 30 million plus on each of those players. And this is Villa we're talking about. So yeah, even like Arsenal's got money to spend. It's just about what players they want and whether those players are willing to go to a team who's not in Europe.
That's the thing.
Arsenal can't go and buy. Can't go a Leon Bailey, Buendia, because you're trying to get back in the Champions League. You need to get a Lautaro Martinez, a James Maddison, a Hossam Aouar. Obviously, you got Partey last year. The level of quality that is good enough to get you up there, but they've got money to spend. Everyone in the Premier League has money.
Everyone's got money to spend. I think the issue is that it's almost like teams are scared of FFP. And it's like FFP ain't even a thing anymore.
It doesn't exist.
You know what I mean? It doesn't exist. And the thing is, as well, for the top flight teams, FFP is here you go, here's a fine. Whereas if you look at the Championship, for instance, teams that have been subject to FFP irregularities, they've had point deductions and fines. So until they start laying out fines for or Champions League bans or European bans like they offered to Man City, innit? And then they put it. It was a 2-year ban with a year suspended, right? And then it was like, do you know what? Reduce it to a year, suspended sentence, and then here's a fine. Well, that fine is like me dropping 40 quid on the floor. So what's the point? Do you know what I mean? I'll pay that 40 quid and then carry on spending the money elsewhere.
Did they throw the FFP out because of COVID?
It's been relaxed. I think COVID's definitely an element of it, because I guess
wouldn't it be now the best time to just go and splash the cash before?
Well, that's why Chelsea.
That's why the people who can are.
Basically Chelsea, Man City. People are spending big money because they can. The ones who got the owners who can just pump money into the club, basically.
Can I just say one thing to go back to, because as everyone here knows, I'm a massive Emi Buendia fan. And, you know, the whole thing about Arsenal fans not wanting him because, you know, he's not proven in the Premiership, blah, blah, blah. Emi Buendia replaced Maddison at Norwich and outperformed Maddison at Norwich. So why are we now clamouring for Maddison when the guy that took his place at Norwich performed better than he did at Norwich? It don't make no sense. Maddison come from the same championship.
Right, well, let me ask you a
Maddison
question.
was playing in League One.
Who do you think's better?
Personally, I prefer Emi Buendia.
I prefer Buendia as well.
I like them both, though.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think, I think what I would say is Maddison £30 million worth more than Buendia, even if you think he's better? And I would say no.
Oh, yeah, but this is where we always get confused, always get lost in translation. That's this 60 million or 70 million isn't his value.
No, that's not
but that's what
we could have got Buendia for 30.
I'm agreeing with Devo in the sense that if you're going to say Maddison versus Buendia, if Maddison isn't that much better, then yeah, I agree. You're better off going for Buendia because he doesn't have the English tax and he can offer near enough what Maddison can offer. So no, I agree. I think Buendia would have been a good signing. I think Arsenal some fans, should I say, looked down on it because he was playing the Champions League last year, but he was more than good enough when he was in the Premier League.
Exactly.
There was a few players. People talking about Cantwell, Aarons. They were saying, I'm surprised that no Premier League team picked them up.
That's the funny thing, Neeks, because it's like, Buendia, don't want him. He plays in the Championship. Oh, we should go out and get Max Aarons. He's for the same club. He's for the same club. Honestly, some fans embarrass me, and it's times like that where I think, do you know what? I wear my Arsenal shirt around the house. I ain't wearing it on stream. And when I talk about Arsenal, I'll talk about Arsenal. I never say we because I feel like I don't want to associate myself with some of those foolish fans there. Do you know what I mean? Like I just want to be Gav Mac and chat football.
So funny. Well, yeah. So on the transfer, so I know we touched on some of this already, but we're gonna move on to Kane and Kane. Going to Man City, do you think that is still happening? Is that still on the cards? Or are Spurs actually going to hold on to Kane because they know Man City ain't going to make that bid and they're actually going to go for this Laruto and do a thing with Laruto, Son, and Kane? Lataro. Sorry.
Not Naruto.
Naruto. They can't sound Naruto.
Sorry, Lataro.
He's a good player, to be fair, Naruto. I had him on FM a couple of years back.
Yeah. So, what's our take on this situation with Kane? Is he staying? Do you feel like he'll stay? Or is Man City just going to come out and bid 150?
He stays.
I think he stays. I think he stays because Levy holds all of the cards. And that's the worst person you want to be holding the cards for your future. Do you know what I mean?
That's a rigged bet. That is a rigged bet.
Yeah. Man's got all the cards, boy. You know what I mean? When you're playing blackjack, he's about to lick you with a couple blackjacks, just two, pick up 10.
He's already counted the cards. He's actually playing with He's actually playing with open hand. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's playing blind. He's playing open hand.
You're not winning that one. This is why when he did the whole "I'm not coming" training thing, I was thinking, right, he's trying to fight fire with fire. This is the only chance he's got. And then he's backtracked, and it now turns out that he's going to be available. And he's lost. Man City aren't going to bid. Yeah, Man City aren't going to bid the offer that he wants or he needs.
Well, this is why he backtracked because I think his camp must have got word. Listen, we're not going to go above X amount. Maybe it could be 110, it could be 120. I don't know. Might be only 100. And Kane and his advisors, brother, whoever, they know that Levy's probably saying 150 minimum. Like if I'm not even answering the phone for anything less than 150. So you tell your people that, and Kane's like, oh no, I was always coming back.
Yeah.
I would love to be a fly on the wall. I hope they got that in the documentary. The first day Kane comes back, and Levy's just stood there in the canteen waiting for him.
Man, I just like, so do you know what? I sort of gave him a bit of a bly on Monday. I gave him a bit of a bly last week Monday. It's like, do you know what? Yeah, heavy weekend. You know, like just come back off holidays, been in Barbados, and then like my missus was saying, "Oh yeah, you know, you have to quarantine when you come back from there. I was thinking these are elite sports stars. They don't have to quarantine anymore, innit? You know what I mean? So, but like, just that apology that he handed out on Friday was laughable. Did anyone see the Ramon Vega one? What it translated to? Oh my god! Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to find it.
Well, what I was going to say though is that I think Man City spending. I just spent 250 million on 2 players in one transfer window. That is literally some. That's on PSG team.
He did that on 3 last season.
Who did Chelsea? Havertz.
No, Chelsea did 250 on
everyone.
4 players. And Ziyech, Havertz.
Yeah, and
Werner.
Yeah.
Or was Werner before that?
Yeah, but that's
Mendy.
Ziyech,
that's not 250. You got Havertz was 80, Werner was 50, Ziyech was about 40. Yeah, that's not too.
Chilwell, 50.
Chilwell. Yeah. But 250 on 2 players.
I've got the Ramon Vega
That's
tweet.
not Man City like, is it?
I've got the Ramon Vega tweet. So basically, last week, Harry Kane put that tweet out with a massive apology. And Ramon Vega, of course, Tottenham legend, if you want to call it that, former Swiss international. He said, "I've done my Google Translate on this letter, and it came out with this." Harry Kane said, "It's been almost 5 days since I first refused to train with the club, and I'm hoping this message will fool you all. The truth is, I couldn't force my way out the club. I done fucked up, lads." While I won't go into specifics on the situation, this Messi fella has ruined my plans. Tottenham fans will always Tottenham fans have always been supportive. So, in the words to the late of Tom Petty, I'm crawling back to you. That's what he said. So, like, Ramon Vega, your Tottenham fans, your own club legend is taking the mickey out of you. This is bad times to be a Spurs fan. Swear to you.
I'll tell you what. Well, you don't. No, I hear you. Banner is on 100 all them. But if at the end of it they keep Kane, are they even going to care?
Well, but will Kane care?
You know what? Kane don't want to be there. Kane don't want to be there.
Let Kane miss 2 or 3 sitters. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, will he be the complete professional and still put in performances like he did last year?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Because last year he was better than any season he's ever been. Yeah. He was getting the goals, he was getting assists, he was doing every single bit of work that you wanted him to. He was looking like, you know, like when he plays for England, he comes deep and does all that stuff. But when he plays for Tottenham, is in the 18-yard box and slapping him in. He was doing the England thing and then the Tottenham thing all in one.
Yeah.
He could have played the game by himself last season, and he still would have got a number of goals, literally with no one else on the pitch.
But this is why
paying for the move.
This is why he needs the move now for him.
Because he shot himself in the foot because he played too well.
But it's like, is he going to have a season like he did last year in terms of goals and assists again? Because it was obviously the way he was playing on Jose helped in terms of getting those numbers. He's going to be a year older. He would have to go this whole year without getting an injury, because if he goes this season and gets another injury, everyone's going to be like, again, you're a year older, another season injury, is it worth it? Like, every year you're thinking, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And then, but I have no sympathy for him. One, you're getting paid a hell of a lot of money, more than me, so I haven't got no sympathy for you. Two, unlike Grealish, you and your brother decided to sign this contract without a release clause. Who signs a 6-year deal at Spurs?
Who signs a 6-year deal?
You've got they don't win anything. What are you signing up for?
Whoa, Audi Cup.
Exactly. Literally, if you said to Spurs, no, put me on a 1-year rolling, it's either that or they're going to sell it. Like, the ball is in your court. You are Harry Kane. 6 years on a whim of, oh yeah, Daniel Levy gave me my word. You get laughed out of court. Daniel Levy gave you his word. Have you seen the rap sheet? Have you seen the rap sheet? Please. I don't no sympathy for Harry Kane.
No, Joshua said in the comments there, Spurs won that up. Let's not use hindsight. Yeah, they were on that up.
6 years.
They got to that up, and then they
were on that up, but then they didn't. They had the transfer window. They had the year. They didn't sign anyone.
They didn't re-up.
And then it just basically went downhill from there. So I think he was lied to. I think he was lied to. But as you said, 6 years. Any professional to sign a 6-year contract at a club is mental.
Sign a 3-year deal. Sign a 3-year deal, and then
Kepa signed a what? 10-year? Was it a 7-year deal?
Yeah, but Kepa was laughing. Look where Kepa come from.
Isn't it? Look, after the first year, renegotiate. Add another year on the end of it. Add another year on the end of it. Add another year on the end of it. But don't let it go for less than 12 months. You do that. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of a 4-year deal then if you're that worried. You got a 2-year plan then, ain't you?
6 years.
No, I think that's laughable. That's some Alan Pardew things going on.
No, Pardew's still getting paid though.
Pardew's contract only ran out August last year.
The problem with this now is that Kane comes back, and is he like we were just saying? Is he going to play at his best? Like, you don't want to be there, and you are forcing me to be here. In terms of, yes, I know I signed the contract. Yes, you made your promises. You didn't fulfill your end of the promises. So why should I now? Like, I'm not going to pay. And now you're going to end up keeping me when you could have had this money to reinvest in your squad, because now I'm not going to play at my best. And then they can come back in and they'll offer 90 million or 50 million. You've now missed out on X, Y, Z. Like, it always happens. I see it happen so many times when they don't let a player leave. And then they are. Look at Ross Barkley. The guy never touched pitch till all season. And come January, he moved to Chelsea. Like, it can happen, and I don't understand why you would rather have an unhappy player, especially like Harry Kane. Like, I don't know. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. At Spurs, but
the thing is with Kane is this is a man who's addicted to scoring goals.
Yeah.
If he's on the pitch, he's going to want to score goals. This man swore on his daughter's life that he scored a goal that wasn't his.
Yeah,
that's how desperate he is. Man, I swear on my daughter's life, I touched that. But,
his daughter's still alive, though, isn't it? So it obviously.
We can see HD. We've got pause button. We can see he ain't touched that, bro. You know what I mean? What are you lying for? Just so you know what, that one weren't mine. Christian, you can have that one, bro. That's not mine. This is a desperate brother. He's going to want to score goals. Yeah. Spurs. This is what I'm saying. Levy holds all the cards. Put him on the pitch, he'll perform.
Because even if you look at, like, obviously, I said Levy's rap sheet is long, isn't it? Bale, he waited right to the death of the transfer window, and that was because of 2 reasons. One, it was they were buying players first, and 2, they were trying to stop Arsenal getting Ozil. So they thought if they do it as late as possible, that Real Madrid would have signed Bale, but there won't be enough time to get the Ozil one through. But it's likely we're ready.
Was that
either Di Maria or Ozil to get Bale in. And I think Ozil said, he's going to leave. Di Maria said he'll stay. And so literally, I think it was a case of, as soon as the Bale one comes through, they press send on the email, and the Ozil deal goes through to Arsenal. Modric was could have gone Chelsea the year before for like 40 million.
Right.
And he sold him the year after for 25 million to Real Madrid. But Modric was still putting in performances.
Yeah, but I'd rather sell abroad
for
me too. Less money than like. Honestly, if someone came up to Arsenal in 2011, 2012, end of that season, and said, "Here you go, here's 15 million for RVP," I'll be like, "All right,
yeah,
20 mil to go." But once again, 20 mil. He had a year left on his contract. Oh my god! Oh, sorry,
you know, funny story. They did. Remember, Juve was in for him, but he wanted to go to Man United.
Yeah, he actually wanted to go.
He wanted to go.
Oh, I found out. So, you know what? Right, I was doing some research over today. You know what? On Sky Sports, they've got those football years. Of like,
Premier League years.
No, not Premier League years. Football years. Oh. So like, it's like all the stuff that's been going on around the football world in whatever year. I watched the 96-97 one earlier on today. I just wanted to say while I still got it in my mind, and obviously that was the season. The beginning of that season was when Shearer went to Newcastle for the world record fee, £15 million. So I decided to take it upon myself to have a look at inflation, because I was thinking £15 million then though was that was a lot of money. Nowadays that'd be worth like why. So I went onto the Bank of England website, the actual official Bank of England website, and I put in £15 million in 1996. What does that equate to now? £28 million.
Yeah, but I hear you. That's different.
I was gonna screenshot it and put it out there to trigger all the Newcastle fans in it.
Because the thing is, I wish
28 million. Good lad.
I wish my wages went up with inflation. I think we all do. We
Oh,
all
God,
do.
yeah.
But a lot of people don't. Companies don't do that. Football is way past inflation. That's the thing. So inflation will be 3%, and in that same time, football's gone like 30% in that year.
Oh, you're Jay.
Because of one transfer in it. So it's like 15 million was a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, well, it was a
99,
record fee, wasn't it? So
exactly.
but it's still jokes. He was still on the list until like 2008 or something like that. As like world record transfers or something like that. I can't remember.
That's when Serie A went a bit mad, though, innit?
Yeah, they got excited.
And Buffon was moving for 30 mil.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like 12.
Damn, you hear those kind of monies, you're thinking, yeah, that's cheap.
Who can you even get for what 15 million these days?
15, 1.5.
Yeah. Someone that bought a 4-bedroom house for £1 million.
You say Andre Gray?
Sorry, not 1 million, £1,000.
Who got bought for £1,000?
No, I'm saying I remember one of my neighbours here, they bought a 4-bedroom house for £1,000. In London.
In tatters, though.
In London.
It was in tatters, though, surely.
No, not in tatters. This was
years
ago. Years. I'm just trying to say. It's crazy.
Man.
Yeah, 60s and them days.
I paid that a month for rent.
It's madness.
And that's not even with bills included, man. And I'm in Northampton. This same yard here would be about £4,000 in London.
Do you think player contracts will change now, i.e. smaller years? But the thing is, I think player contracts have always been smaller years. I think it's just Harry Kane just got sold the dream here and he went for it, really.
Occasional younger player.
You always see
years, isn't it?
Yeah, it's normally 3 years, yeah.
I think what you get more and more is players running down their contract. I think when they sign, they'll still sign on a 5+1, but will they renew? No, I think more and more players are gonna, like you get an NBA now where players are like, well, no, we got the power. You know, I can wait to run out my contract and I can then get a big contract elsewhere. I think that's what you're gonna get more and more.
So what you tend to find is that, like, when you sign on a free, your own wages are astronomical in comparison, in it,
because they're stabilized on
fee. Hence how PSG getting all their man for free.
Yeah.
Look at Aaron Ramsey.
That's pretty much what's happening now.
And the Herrera, Rabiot
transfers. What is going on?
Well, Juve were the kings of it until like this year. Juve were doing free transfer madness for like the last 3 or 4 years.
Bayern are good at it as well.
Like, okay, we'll do a bit of that. We'll say how it's done.
Yeah, but PSG are lucky to the point where they're lucky that it happened around now with COVID, where they can take advantage of Real Madrid and Barcelona's situation. Because to lose Ramos, they got no money to give him more money. So obviously this is literally, it's perfect for PSG right now. And only PSG are going to offer them mad wages because PSG are like dying for the Champions League, and we're going to go into that now, actually, like with the whole Messi PSG thing, because I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know, I think I saw a tweet earlier, I can't remember who it's from, about how he's saying that PSG managed to have pulling power and they managed to sign all these players over Chelsea, Real Madrid. I was like, oh, give it a rest. Like, it's not pulling power. They ain't got those clubs had no money. Do you think they want to go to PSG? And the thing I was going to tweet on it, but I said I don't want to get myself involved in this. It's clearly bait. But PSG, if they do not win the Champions League and they get Messi, the club should just be removed from League One.
Yeah, we have to remind ourselves.
It has to be removed.
We have to remind ourselves that Messi is still 34 years old.
I don't care. Man had a season last year.
But I'm sorry. They need to be removed completely.
I think it's more on the fact of like
Messi, Neymar, Di Maria, like the list goes on. Mbappe. Like the list goes on.
Say his name.
Nah, this is mad. It's mad. And there is no better opportunity than now, because there's no Barcelona. There is no Real Madrid. There is no Juve.
Why are you saying there's no Real Madrid?
They're going to win the Champions League. They don't win the Champions League.
They win the Champions League. No one from Spain's winning it.
Is Icardi moving on?
Yeah, no one would have thought Chelsea would have done it. No, Icardi's staying there at the moment.
Right, okay. But that's drama then. That's drama.
Well, I think it depends.
The drama, innit?
I think it depends.
Oh, yeah, Messi. Oh, yeah. Didn't even think
Messi and Icardi have got beef.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
I think
That means the Cardi's gone.
Cardi's gone.
But
They're gone. He's gone.
Well, the thing is,
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's mad. Like, they have to win it. Like, all the bigger competitions are gone. Like, their biggest competition is basically the Premier League.
Yeah. Oh,
it's literally
I think you still have to put Bayern in there, but because they got Nagelsmann, you might give them a Blythe first year. You say, okay, I'm not going to expect them to be there in it, but it's still Bayern. But for me, it's PSG. Or put it, if a team outside of PSG or the top 4 Premier League sides win it, those 5 sides should be utterly ashamed of themselves. Because you have done everything you can to win it and then fail to win it. Like, if Man United don't win it, but Man City do, you're like, fair play, Man City won it. Or PSG say fair play. But if Real Madrid or Barca or Dortmund come through and win it, you're like, how? How did they do it and we couldn't? So you have to ask it. Very heavy right now. And for me, it's more on Man City and PSG than anyone else. Like, neither of them actually won the Champions League. Chelsea obviously won it last year, so it's not a dying need. Liverpool's got how many they've got, and a recent one as well. Man United, I mean, we need a trophy, but I don't think Ole's going to lose his job if he doesn't win the Champions League. Real Madrid, I mean, PSG and Man City have been building, probably more so PSG than even Man City, but they've been building to win the Champions League. And they both got to finals, and they both lost finals. And for me, Poch, Pep, you got to win it. You're buying Messi, you're buying Grealish, you got to win it.
You just mentioned the reason why they won't win it. Pochettino.
I hear what you guys are saying, but even before, but the problem is, even before Poch, they weren't winning it. So I can't even put it down to Poch.
Yeah, but look, what they had was a very imbalanced team. No, but what they had before was a very imbalanced team.
Yeah, personnel.
They never. The personnel was just Now, when you look at it, their first team could be Donnarumma in goal, who's going to be one of the best goalkeepers in the world for like the next 10 years, 12 years. A back. I don't rate Kimpembe. People do. I don't. But Kimpembe, Marquinhos, Sergio Ramos as a back 3, Hakimi, best right wing back in the world. Possibly not best right back. Definitely best right wing back. And then you've got midfielder Verratti. You got Verratti and Wijnaldum midfield. Paredes, anyone. You know what I mean?
Anyone.
Whoever that is. And then you got Messi, Mbappe, Neymar up top.
Di Maria on the bench.
Di Maria is on the bench.
That's balance. That's balance. And they're trusting that to Pochettino. That's where they're going to flop.
Listen, if Pochettino don't win the Champions League with that team, he should never get another job in football.
Preach.
Never. No, not even a coaching role in the B team of Spurs, ladies. Not happening. Out.
Weeks.
You gotta come on. Like, you have to explain yourself on the Football Dugout. Actually, answer the public. How did you fail?
Shame. We all have bells. Shame.
Shame.
That's a Mayday parade or something. That's just Northampton. Oh, okay. Do they not do that in London? The Mayday parade.
Abracadabra, thank you for the super chat. The worst thing that happened to Barca was remontada. I don't know what that. And you guys know? Can you bring that up?
Well, I think
let us know what
you're talking about, bringing something back. But I'm trying to the comeback. What comeback are you talking about? You're talking about
the ascent
when they came back against PSG, maybe?
Probably.
Must be the PSG comeback. But what year was that one? Well, since then I guess they bought Neymar, wasn't it? They bought Neymar after
the 6-1.
Yeah, they bought. But the Neymar leave the year after that. And then Barca's been downhill since then. I guess so, because I guess Neymar was man of the match in that semi-final. Not semi-final, in that round. Got them back into it, or got them through the game. And then PSG said, all right, we'll take that. And Barca's been on a downward spiral ever since.
But you know what? The worst thing to happen to Barca was signing Antoine Griezmann. Because they signed Antoine Griezmann.
I think it started way before that.
Gave him but this is like, do you know what I mean? They gave him a whole heap of money. Atletico Madrid used that money to strengthen themselves. They then took Suarez because they couldn't afford to keep Suarez and won the league. And now because of Griezmann, they can't keep Messi because they can't afford to keep Messi.
Yeah.
So that one transfer that one transfer has ruined them. Him, Coutinho. Do you know what I mean? Because Coutinho, they've been trying to get rid of him for time, but they can't. No one's going to take him. You spent 130 million on this brother, and you can't ship him out for 10.
Listen,
no one wants it.
The list goes on.
It
started with Dembele. Then it went to Coutinho.
Started before that, actually.
No, but
they were signing big players for nothing from before that. I saw a list of all their transfers the last 5-6 years. It's ridiculous.
What about
the amount of money they spent on people? Yeah.
Like, no, but I'm just saying the big ones like Dembele, because that was like 100 and something. Coutinho, 160 or something like that. Madness. 140. Then you've got Griezmann. De Jong. Like
De Jong's actually played well.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they still spent a lot of money.
Are crazy. It's crazy, and it's just madness. I guess they were spending Messi's money, but now Messi gone, so they can't spend that money, right?
Yeah,
and then
he's dead, man.
Griezmann, literally, like you said, Griezmann was the nail in the coffin because that was a lot of money. All the whole with the whole the way how it was done.
Yes. Listen, what was it, 30 when he went there?
They deserve to be there
when he went there.
They deserve to be there. Barcelona deserve to be right where they are, man. Joke.
I rate Pjanic, by the way, but
the Pjanic
money
thing,
that late in his career is
but the Pjanic thing was cooking the books. They basically had to release. It was to do with the wages of Arthur and Pjanic, and basically, I think it was Juve who actually needed. Neither of them had the wages in it, and they had to basically cook the books. So they do a swap deal, and then you don't have to kind of account for it in that year or something like that. It was
Super League friends looking at
literally,
Super League.
See, do you guys think that these clubs are in these problems right now? Do they look at the Premier League and be like, "Damn, how do they have it so good? Like, what do we have to do to be like that?" Like, do you guys think that they feel they think like that? Like they want that kind of money.
That's why they want the Super League, so they can get that kind of money.
But I still don't think the Super League will bring in as much money as the Prem, because you need to remember the Prem has been happening for years in the making. They get the Super League, and then they're gonna have to go out and get a marketing team. Okay, yeah. Do you want to sponsor us? Do you want to get that money? I know those clubs in there would bring in the money anyway, because you have all these clubs in here. But I feel like it will take a while to get it up to get that kind of money. Like
Jeff Bezos is all over that thing there. Honestly, they just put a rocket into space.
I hear you.
He is all over that Super League.
Yeah, but he may be, but he's all over the Premier League. Man dipped sand in the waters already and bought some of the rights.
But does he want to spend money? But does he want to spend money on Burnley and Crystal Palace, or does he want to spend money on Juve, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Chelsea?
But you know what the problem is?
He does want to do that because he's done it already.
Because there's not a Super League.
Listen, the reason why I say this is as much as I'm a fan of the bigger clubs and I feel like, what do the smaller clubs have to say? They are part of the Premier League, and that is the reason why they will spend the money, because on the odd day, Burnley can beat your Arsenal. Well, Burnley can beat your Man City. That's what This is what I'm trying to say. But in the Super League, that competitiveness, especially if they take out all this relegation thing and all of that, ain't gonna be the same. So I feel like even though you say they're not paying it on Burnley, they definitely are, because that is the Premier League.
The issue is that the big clubs in Spain were greedy from the beginning. So when you're looking at TV deals in Spain, a good 75%, 80% of it was going to Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid later on. Valencia had a little bit at the beginning, but they were engineering the TV deals around the big clubs. So the small clubs weren't getting the same part of the cake. So now it's come to it. These guys have dashed away all their money. Who's there to bail them out? The small clubs ain't got no money. Do you know what I mean? They can't keep going back to the banks and saying we need to. How many times have the banks bailed out Real Madrid? Bailed out Barcelona? So many times. But where England, they had this deal in from 92, where it's like everyone gets a slice of the pie. Everyone gets a fair slice. It was always going to remain that way. But because of the greed of the big clubs in Spain and Italy was bad as well, because when they had the TV deal from the 90s, and all the money was in Italy, well, they were all just teething from it. So that's how they lost all their money. But in Spain, it was literally greed of the big clubs not wanting to share with everyone else. And
Atletico Madrid weren't part of that party.
They're asking for help.
Atletico weren't part of that party. It's always been Real
Madrid.
No,
they broke in.
No, they got a bit more of a share. Not nowhere near the same amount, but they got more than the rest.
When Deportivo won the league,
2000
that mashed
99
La Liga, 99-2000 season. That mashed up La Liga because they were like, hold on a minute, who are these man coming up in here? And then when Valencia won it the year after, it's like, hold on a minute. Whoa, do you know what I mean? Like that. That's why Real Madrid are going out and splashing some mad cash, and that's why like loads of money got pumped into La Masia at Barcelona, and then they started buying players as well. The likes of they ended up taking over Marza Petit off Arsenal, and they ended up getting in Frank de Boer and like Ruud Hesp and all them man as well. Like when they're pumped, they ended up was like, right, okay, we have to spend some money here. Patrick Kluivert, you know what I mean? Patrick Kluivert was world class.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
I love Patrick Kluivert. What a player he was as well.
Yeah, the header on him, man.
But like it's so they end up forking out the cash because like Jalmina went to Deportivo, they won the league, but then they had to let everyone go. Him, Roy Mackay, 20 on Championship Manager. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like finishing 20. Bam, him and Oscar Cardoza.
Cardoza even footed as well.
You know it. But it's true though. As soon as those players, like those two players, like what were Deportivo doing before? Because they only just come back up from the Secunda as well, ain't they? They only just come up. So then they come in, they'll do some like mad like Nottingham Forest moves from the 70s. It's like, well, you can't come in and spoil our party. So Real Madrid and Barcelona have had the full control over the years. And you know what? I'm actually glad that those two teams are struggling right now because it's like, can you imagine if you had distributed it nicely, then everything would have been all right.
And I'm so agreed. I pray the Super League doesn't happen. Forget even the moral part of it, because those clubs who have run themselves into the ground, I'm talking about the top clubs, not like the Berries who have bad owners and that kind of stuff. The clubs who have benefited from being run so crap, but you benefit, you get bailed out time and time again. I want you to now suffer. And I have no desire, like you're historically great, and I don't want your club to dissolve because I think football will be worse for it. But you know what? Just exist fourth in your league and get knocked out the last 16 in the Champions League and feel the pain that others have had to, I say pain, or that others had to go through because they've been trying to run themselves properly, because they've been trying to do things by the book, because they've had to share the money in their league and build up, I wouldn't necessarily say organically, but not as in the way that you have anyway. And they've as I said, they've controlled La Liga for so long, and because they ran themselves crap for a while, let's break away from this and break away from that, earn some more money. No. Suffer.
No, I hope they're going to get around. I hope Barcelona come 10th next year.
I would love it. I would love it.
Yeah, I was saying.
I'd like to see Atletico go on a 3-4 year run.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. They invest well and they sell for a lot of money as well. They're a good place to be, like business wise. So they're doing the business wise stuff right off the pitch, and they're doing the right things on the pitch as well. So yeah.
I remember I was saying over the past 3 to 5 years, I've been saying, you know what? I think the pulling power and the money in Real Madrid and Barcelona is slowly going. And people laughed at me, and I said, okay, Devo. We're going to wrap up after this point. I was saying the pulling power and the money in Spain is going. But the reason why I say that was because as the money in the Prem there was more money of it. It was very hard for them. Like, look how long Real Madrid were trying to get Hazard. Like 10 years ago, they would have been able to get him like easy. Oh, Real Madrid come knocking, they'll go. It took him a long while to get him. Even Coutinho, Barcelona had to pay 160. Like, they weren't going to be able to keep up paying those kinds of prices because they take all the money, but this pandemic came and messed up a whole load of things because they were already on like Devo said, they've been running horribly for a long while, but the money was coming in. So in businesses, like a lot of businesses run out in a minus, but it's the cash flow. As long as the money comes in, it's fine because they have proof of purchase. Yeah, we have this much coming in, and our assets are worth this, so we can sell off at any time. It's okay. Pandemic came, messed that all up, actually knocked everything out. So they can't run with that. And I was like, I've been telling you guys, I remember I think it was Carl that said, oh yeah, of course they can, man. They just dropped 140 on Coutinho. I was like, they can't keep this up. Yeah. And here we are today. They can't do it.
Does anyone know, outside of Neymar, what is Barcelona's record transfer sale?
What is it? What is it? Tell me.
And Neymar, didn't Neymar buy out his contract as well?
Figo? Was it Figo to Real Madrid maybe?
Probably, 50
odd million.
Yeah, that was a record.
That's a problem. When you're signing people 20 years ago on the regs, and your biggest sale was 50 million 20 years ago, that's a problem.
I've been saying this to people, and everyone's like, no. Don't, you talk about that Premier League, you don't know nothing. I'm like, you guys don't. The wool have been pulled over you guys' eyes for so long in Spain because you have Messi and Ronaldo over there. Literally, that was carrying the Liga to the point where they had to go out to some private firms to try and keep Messi in the league to get some money. That is the dire state of Spanish football. And you might want to come tell me something. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Messi is gone now. Messi is gone now. What's going to happen now? Please tell me, who are you even going to get to go to your dying clubs? Ramos, Varane. You lost 2 defenders in one season. Where? Please tell me where Spain is going now. Oh, because you think you can buy Coutinho and Dembele. What has Dembele even done? Listen, Spain is done. It's done. It's done.
In the top 5 European leagues, is Spain now 5th? Is Spain now 5th in the top 5 European leagues?
Not officially, but it might be very soon.
No, I'm asking you guys. I'm asking you guys in your opinion.
Cut my mic.
All right, 1 second. So we've got Neymar. We've got Neymar.
Your club is done.
This Arthur deal was a swap deal.
Yeah, but we know that's dodgy.
It's a swap deal, so it doesn't really count. Figo, 54 million. Alexis Sanchez, 38. Paulinho, 38. Malcolm, 36.
Wait, how did they sell
Malcolm scored when he on loan? Olympics, isn't it?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's not great. They're selling.
Was it Paulinho on loan at Barcelona?
Yeah, I thought that as well.
I don't even know.
So how did they sell him for 37 million? Barcelona are some dodgy people, you know.
Yeah, Barcelona, isn't it? But what you say? All right, let's rank the 5.
Okay,
let's rank the 5. I would say Premier League. Again, I'm not even talking. Anyway, I'm saying Premier League. I'm not going to debate about it. Premier League. You probably got to say the Bundesliga at this point.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
As long as Haaland and Lewandowski's there, Sane, they've got that.
Sorry, say that again. What's the question?
Top 5 leagues right now.
Top 5
as of the start of the season. I would say Premier League. Bundesliga.
Well, that's pretty much the same. It's still the same. Top 5 leagues are the same. In order. Bundesliga first. Okay.
No, I didn't. This boy.
I'll take that.
No, because he said
Premier League.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that part. I just heard Bundesliga. I didn't hear the.
He's ready to go on the next rank. That's all. Probably defend my Premier League to the death. Baby.
It's a tough one because Paris carry Ligue 1, but they're so big in there. Do you put Syria above? But their Syria have just lost. They've lost Lukaku. No, I'll probably.
It's rough after there, man.
I'll put.
It's rough after there.
I'll put La Liga third, just for now. I need to see how Syria and how Liga kind of stack up in the Champions League this year. They haven't really stacked up at all, not even getting to the semi-final. So I'll put La Liga third.
Yeah, it has to be that.
And
It's a bit
probably
rough from there.
fourth and Syria fifth. Like Syria probably have got a better spread across their top four, but none like they're not getting past the quarters.
You know what? I would agree. Premier League, Bundesliga, and I'll say La Liga for now, but it's not going to be long until that's overtaken. And I'll put League One fourth, and I think League One is on the up. There's a lot more money in League One than there used to be, and you look at some of the players that go in, like the big players from the Dutch league, the up and coming players from the Dutch league are now going over to France, whereas before they'd be going to Spain or they'd be going to Italy. Like Calvin Stengs, Myron Boadu, both two players who have been long linked with big moves, are both now rocking up in League One. And that, for me, when I heard that, I was like, what? And it's not even like it's like Monaco, obviously, and big, and Nice. So I think League One is definitely moving in the right way. And I think that's helped by the big signings that PSG are making. I think more money is being pumped into the league because more people are going to want to see Sergio Ramos and Messi, and I think that will help the league. And I put Serie A fifth because they were on the up, and it looked like things were going well.
Yeah.
But when your champions are falling apart at the seams, then it doesn't look good. I like Serie A. I thought it was really good last year. I thought it was looking like it was going to go that way. But once Ronaldo retires, they're in trouble because financially their finances are all over the place in that country.
Martin Rosario's gonna come here in a minute.
It's true. There's no money in Italy anymore.
I was getting excited about the resurgence of Syria, and then it just
me too.
Same. Yeah.
Like I said at the beginning of the show, maybe I think the money that is needed in football, the money that's needed in football is just, it's hard for those people to compete because it's too late to try and implement it now because COVID has come and messed things up, and it's going to be very hard for those clubs that were on the edges. And that's why we're having this situation now where La Liga, they don't even know where they're going. They're out here getting deals that will end up giving them money to private equity firms, all sorts. But we'll leave that discussion for another thing. Now with fans coming back in, maybe their finances will start to get back to a better state. Only time will tell. But once again, thank you guys for joining on the Dugout today. Always a pleasure. And everyone in the comments and are watching live now, smash the like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you all for joining also. Here we go. Thank you all. And we'll see you all very, very soon.
Peace.